welcome to the Sri Bistari Private School's Principal Quorum. We welcome everyone, and discussing with the team, I think the uniqueness of the school is the ability to adapt and adapt to societal changes. At the school, our antennas are always out. We are very actively picking up signals of the changes that's happening in the education sphere, and what are the importance of these changes, and how are we going to implement them in the school for the benefit of the students. Take for instance the issue of Industrial Revolution 4.0. As society debates policy makers formulate approaches, debate on this particular issue. The developed nations have moved on 10-20 years ahead, and many are still debating and finding how we are going to approach it. By Sri Bistari Private School, we take the bold step that we know it is important. We know that STEM education is important as a point in case, and what we do is we formulate a program and we roll out the program. And as we actively roll out the program, of course there will be shortcomings here and there, but we make the adjustments, we make the improvements, and we move on. Why we need to do these things? Simply because the children will need to pick up the skill sets, the knowledge, the know-how for them, because the year, the period, or the generation that they will face in the next 10-20 years is a very different world. And relying on the, as we mentioned in the earlier segment, relying on the 3 R's or the 4 R's in education is just not enough. We need to do more. Okay. Perhaps I will very briefly introduce my team who are instrumental in working together in ensuring our agenda is achieved. I have on my right Ms. Phoebe Chung, who is the head of our preschool, Puan Ziana Saleh, who is the head of secondary, and Puan Siti Norma, the head of primary. Perhaps anyone who would like to pick up on our nimbleness, our ability to adapt and adapt to the societal changes in terms of how we approach things at Sri Bistari. Norma, maybe as being more senior in the school, you want to add in?
Okay, maybe I would like to add into the character building. Okay, by having programs that we have at primary school, we have our performing arts, where we actually focus on partly on character building, as well as discovering hidden talents among the kids, and to build up their self-confidence, as well as they are able to give a public speaking. Right? For performing arts, the options that we have really help the kids in terms of talking in front of their friends, their teachers, because we have speech and drama, we have vocal training, where this is where we have the opportunity to discover the hidden talent among the kids. That is something I would like to add in.
Maybe Puan Ziana, you want to take on the point that I have shared in terms of our rollout of STEM education or STEM program. How are the students taking it, and how different is it making Sri Bistari compared to many other schools?
Okay, like you said just now, the STEM program is actually in 2019, we just do it as extracurricular activities. At that time, we only have a few sets of students who would like to join our STEM program after the school hours. But in 2021, we managed to bring the STEM into our timetable for Form 1 until Form 3. So the response from the students are very good. We can see that some of our students are really into this STEM. They really want to learn the skills of the STEM, and they really appreciate what we have done for the school.
Okay, very good, very good. Miss Phoebe, you want to add? I just to share. At preschool we have a program which is an after-school program, which we term it the robotic program. We have rolled it out. I think the last 4 years it's been very successful. Maybe you want to share a bit about robotic, and do you wish that the STEM program will also reach kindergarten or preschool in the coming years?
Yes, actually, robotic class is in our kindergarten, and our children are taking it very positive. Whether they are girls or they are boys, they love robotic class. I believe this class has give them an opportunity to improve in their critical thinking, in their communication with among their friends when they are doing the robots in the class with teachers. So I think this is good that we can start at this young age. Yeah.
And do you find that parents, perhaps to all three of our colleagues, do you find that parents are slowly finding at Sri Bestari Private School, it is like a one-stop center for many aspects of education that you need is all packaged within the school. Do you all find that?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that, because I think we have different approach to encourage the confidence of our students. We have different approach, which is very good actually.
Okay, very good. Puan Norma?
Actually, I would like to add into what Dr. Stephen asked Ms. Phoebe just now about robotic. At primary school, yeah, we do have robotic as after-school activities. And when we started robotic, because I think we have chosen the right provider, so this provider took our kids for competitions. So they took part in a few competitions, and whether winning or losing is actually not something that we really look forward to. What we would like to do is to expose our kids, to go out there, to explore, to get new experiences. It is very, very good for the kids actually when we talk about robotics.
Okay. And just to share with the audience, I was not schooled in the area of STEM and robotics, but to be very frank, I also take the time when I'm free to actually Google and doodle with the robotic sets, the sensors, and also programming. I believe that as principal, I also need to be as current as possible, and in order to be able to advise students and parents, so I need to learn. And as the saying goes, it's never too old to learn. So yeah, I'm together with the year 1 students, oogling and doodling with the robotic sets and programming. Yeah, I'm not shy to say that.